Today I'm going to do something a little bit different from my other videos. I'm showing you a game. Now in my introduction video I explained that I'm a bit of a gamer, so this is relevant to my personal interests, and this is actually one of my favorite games of 2011, and I think it's a really important game and something that some of you might be interested in. So it's called Bastion, and what makes it so unique is, well, a lot of things really. I mean, the way the story is told is so unlike anything else I've played before, and the visual style is, it's like watching a moving painting, and the soundtrack is amazing. The gameplay itself is really fun. It's really very tight, very responsive, and very fun, fast-paced, but also offers a lot of different options, different play techniques and methods. If you prefer a heavier melee style, for instance, or heavier ranged, there's all sorts of stuff to accommodate your different tastes. So what I'm going to do is just take you guys through a bit of the opening section. I don't really want to spoil it too much, but I'm just going to do the opening minutes of the game. So I've actually already beat Bastion, and suffice it to say, it was awesome. And you should know is that this game is only $15. I mean, it's much cheaper than any of the games developed by the big guys. This is developed by an indie company named Supergiant Games, and I would really recommend checking them out if you are a gamer, whether casual or hardcore, or if you're just sort of interested in the look of the game. It's really good to support these smaller guys. They make really creative, really interesting and unique games like this that, you know, the bigger guys, they just don't make stuff like this anymore, and I really support these smaller companies. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start something called New Game Plus. Basically that means I'm starting a new game, but I'm going in with everything that I earned from the game when I beat it the first time. So that means I'll be a higher level, I'll have more weapons, and just more unlocks in general. Alright, here we go.
I'll see you in the next one. Proper story's supposed to start at the beginning. Ain't so simple with this one. Now here's a kid whose whole world got all twisted, leaving him stranded on a rock in the sky.
So, welcome to the world of Bastion. This is the character that you play, simply referred to as the kid, and the voice that you just heard was the narrator. You'll meet him later, but he effectively narrates the entire game, and that's really what makes this game so unique in storytelling. It's very unusual, but very good the way they do it. It's the voice acting is basically perfect, and he'll pretty much make a comment on just about anything you do, as you are about to see.
He gets up, sets off for the Bastion, where everyone agreed to go in case of trouble.
So as you can see, the world is sort of a floating, disjointed mess, and it's sort of coming back together as you traverse it.
Ground forms up under his feet as if pointing away. He don't stop to wonder why. Finds his lifelong friend just lying in the road. Well, it's a touching reunion.
Alright, so here's one of the fun aspects of Bastion. You can destroy just about anything. Smash down walls, crates, boxes, barrels. Pretty much anything.
He sees what's left of the rippling walls. Years of work undone in an instant. In the calamity. That a survivor? No, ma'am. It's a gas fella. Forced out from underground. Kid pops him good. Fella got a piece of him, though.
Alright, so it's the first taste of combat. It's relatively simple, but at the same time quite in depth because it's very, very active, very mobile, constantly moving, attacking. You'll see later on that I'll get a secondary weapon. Primary weapon is just used by clicking left mouse button. Simple enough. Secondary weapon used by clicking the right mouse button, and down here, this is the slot for the secondary weapon, and this is the slot for your special ability, which depends on what weapons you're using and which abilities you've unlocked. So your weapons can be either melee or ranged or sort of mix of the two, and they all have different functions, different strengths and weaknesses.
An old repeater falls out of the sky. Ain't a gift from the gods, but it'll have to do.
So this is one of the ranged weapons I was
Gotta
talking
hold her
about.
still to spin up the chamber.
So you can see, functions like a gun. Not one of my favorite weapons, but it's kind of cool nonetheless. So these things that I'm picking up, they're sort of like the currency in the game. These little blue shards. They let you buy certain item upgrades, and you can unlock certain abilities with weapons, and a few other things that I
Kid's
don't
worked
really
up
want to
quite
spoil.
a thirst by now, so that fountain looks real inviting. Sometimes you just need a drink. A school of squirts tunnels up around them. Must have fled here from the mines.
So, as it's saying, you press F to heal, you get these little flasks that let you heal, and you have to
He
kind of
sets
conserve
foot
them.
inside one of Celandia's famous watering holes. Wait, haven't I? Anyway, Rhonda's place just brings back memories. Rhonda always wanted his ashes scattered here. Then Kid finds his trusty shield.
So, now I've got a way to defend myself.
But just as he's getting a handle on it, the security takes him for a petty thief.
Oh.
Special delivery, you gas fellas. Windbags start turning up for last call.
So, there's actually quite a few different types of enemies in this game. You won't just be fighting the
More
same over
swords
and
start
over.
coming out of the woodwork.
But it starts out with these sort of
A big old fella pops out in front of the kid.
Jin style enemies, and it'll move on to really unique,
Then windbags
unusual
are
stuff
playing
later
for
on.
keeps.
I'm actually starting to appreciate just how difficult it is to
Kid sees the weight of
commentate
the
on
Bastion out
video
the
games
window.
while actually playing them.
It's a bit of a drop.
I always knew it was tougher than it seemed, but it's a little bit different than understanding and experiencing. So I thought this would be just sort of a good sort of first impression. It's not very long, but I hope that you sort of got like a feel for the game, and if you have any other questions about it, I'd be glad to answer them, because Bastion is definitely one of my favorite games of 2011, and I think it's really important to support the developers that made it, because it's very unusual, very unique, very creative, and as I said, they have an absolutely amazing soundtrack to go along with it, and I'm actually considering buying it because it is just that good. So I would recommend checking out Steam or Gamersgate or any of the other digital distribution sites, or if you have a Xbox 360, you can download it there. I'll put some links in the information section, sorry, and you can actually look for Steam sales or